Yep. Use the
All
mic.
right, thank you.
Throw the mic.
Prior to going through them, I wanted to just clear up a misunderstanding. And that was related to the extracurricular committee.
So we sent out, we have actually met 4 times this year, and, we met 4 times this year, and job descriptions, as far as I know, they're about 90% done.
Okay.
And we did do a district comparison to all our districts around us, to the north of us, and to the west of us. And so we have all of those, and we've discussed those in that committee.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
So I understand the importance of the committees working. I understand the importance of the communications, et cetera. All right, I'm going to do what you did. Instead of going in order, I'm going to start where I can start. I'll be honest, we did not get through all of them, so I wanted to get through what we can get through and then take a little break and then come back. Let's start with number 2. Yeah, I'm sorry, the color is red and burgundy. Sorry about that. I did not do that for the. What we have done is we maintain that the district staff, no more than 3 communications per year, but put in a clause that you could do more with, obviously, prior approval of the district superintendent or designee. We kept that all communication shall be done BCC, and then added in the part of the discussion that we had about if individuals did not want to receive them, taking that responsibility off the district to deal with those situations and those individuals and putting it on the sender of the email, so that all those communications to district staff must include a statement that the recipient does not, if they don't want to receive email, they're to provide notice to the sender, and if when that occurs, that they get removed from the group email list.
Okay, so if I'm sending something out just to the district, like I
All
use
district?
district email group, and someone sends back to me, I don't want to get this, there's no way I can remove that person from my email, from the address. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, and I'm thinking about,
Because you guys, they got cleaned up into that groupings, so it's hard to take that one out of the groupings.
I can't. On the old system, you could, but on this one, I can't expand any pre-made district email group.
She's the tech person.
she's the tech lady down here.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, so we'll see what we can do.
Is there, and this isn't necessarily directed to you, this may also be directed to the tech lady. Is there a group that is teachers, pupil personnel? Is there a separate group that is just classified? Or do we just?
Can be.
Okay.
Could we just set up a second, can we make a copy of the district
And that
email
way you can eliminate.
and title it PEA Access District Email and give Mary Ann edit access rights?
That you
So
could take
just
people
copy
off.
the
I
group
know.
and then give her access to edit that PEA.
That may be the
specific
easiest
one.
way to do that. Okay. Number 6.
Just like, I got
Yeah.
paper everywhere.
I do not have anything to hand back to you. The comparisons you gave were Preston and American Falls. So I looked at Preston and American Falls. 10 sick leave days. American Falls really isn't a 4-day school week. It's a 4-5 alternating. Bizarre. I can imagine trying to keep track of that. It's probably a nightmare. They have no prep periods, and they have a substantially lower salary schedule. So the money that would be going into this, we're already covering in the salary schedule. They also do not include foster, neither one of them. So I was looking at the entirety of the agreement, not just pulling, one little section. Now, with that said, understand the issue, understand the desire. I would like for the district to spend the next year using its best efforts to collect what data in the coming year we can get so that we can understand the possible cost. You know, if I know 5 contract days is, you know, and I'm even saying ballpark, I didn't even know the exact number, ballpark $2,000, yes, it may matter whether they are,
Usually
yeah,
that's about right,
yeah, if it's,
I guess, 'cause,
if
yeah.
it's residency 1 versus professional 10, obviously that's gonna be a difference as far as the employee cost, obviously not the sub cost. So I'd like to actually have some more data before we take the leap. Does that make sense? I would invite the association to review its sick leave bank issues if there is concern that that the bank itself is not equitable for, I like that word better than the other word that was used. And that it doesn't apply evenly to male and female employees. I would encourage that,
It's
but I
not-
leave that to you guys.
Yeah, and I just want to address that, because the sick leave bank chairperson is watching us, and she was at an appointment, and so it's not necessarily that we feel it's discriminatory, it's that by its origins, the sick leave bank was created to address physical illnesses or conditions, and they view they don't get the days off as maternity leave because they had a baby or adopted a baby. It's for the physical healing of the female's body.
The medical recovery.
Right. And
Did you-
so
Did you-
additionally, they have to work for the district for a year before they can access the sick leave bank. And that is a change we made several years ago due to unscrupulous people getting hired, using the sick leave bank, and then quitting and never working more than a day or
Totally
two.
understand that.
So,
I understand, and I understand how that happens, true. Does your sick leave bank allow for, and I'll be honest, I did not scour and put that in my memory, given that it was your bank. Does it allow for the partner to take off for the medical recovery?
no, because it's not a physical issue for them.
For the employee?
For
It's
the-
only a physical issue for
For
an
the
employee?
person who gave
Not the
birth.
caregiver?
Right.
And is that true on all medical conditions?
No, you can, no.
So, if, like, I could have taken sick leave bank when my sister had cancer because I was her primary caregiver.
Absolutely.
Because she wasn't married and her kids are, I won't say what I'm gonna say because
That's
it's
okay.
being
Unavailable.
streamed.
Unavailable is perfect.
They know my sister's kids, so, so that would be acceptable.
Do you know why it's-
Acceptable use.
Do you know why
So-
it's different in the situation of a pregnancy, but not for other medical conditions where somebody's healing? To me, that's where the easy fix is, because your sister had cancer, her body's recovering. Your sister has a baby, her body's recovering. Shouldn't the caregiver have that option under either of those situations?
That is something that we will definitely take a look at.
Okay. So you explore that this year, we explore the use and data collection, because like I said, I think we understand the issue, and I don't think anybody necessarily finds it to be, it just, right now, it's an unknown exposure.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
yep.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
If we decided, like, in August, I could get the sick leave bank together and we decide, yeah, we want to make these changes, do we have to wait a whole year to update the negotiated agreement on it, or?
Let me see that.
I know, that's what I was looking at to see, because I'll be honest, I'd never thought of that. I'd never thought of the dad as, you know what I mean, that we've done that for other
I don't
illnesses.
see there being anything in here that would limit a reopener to correct or edit the sick leave bank. So
Okay,
you could ask to come back and say, hey, we would like to revisit Article 4.2 and clean up whatever you guys happen to change or decide to change. And it is just 4.2, isn't it?
Well, it's actually pretty long.
it's a
It's
long,
long.
It's a long guy.
It's a lot of
yeah.
4.2.
It's a lot of 4.2, it's all through here.
Yeah, because
all through
4
here.
point, well, yeah, 4.2.9,
Still there,
yeah.
Still there, all the way
Okay.
up to here.
It's about 4.5, 5 pages of 4.2. Okay. But I get where you're coming from that request.
Okay,
Yep. Number 1, I don't have, I'm not ready for yet. Number 3, I'm not ready for yet, because I was spending time on number 11.
oh, okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. This is number 4, isn't it? Okay,
So-
so I have a new proposal for you. Let me pass this down. Let's see if I wrote down a number here.
Okay,
Okay, first things first, top sentence, it's, movement plus a 1.25 increase in each cell, not base. I want to make sure that's clear so that we don't have that same confusion we had before. I had the exact amount previously of what's coming out of fund balance, but I'll give you the total is, and Jonathan will correct me if I'm wrong, $1,280,934. Of that, approximately 900 and something is coming out of fund balance. The rest of that's coming out of the 326,000 in new money for the school year. I want to make sure, do I have those numbers right, Jonathan?
Sure.
Ooh,
If you're
that
ready.
always, that always scares me when he's,
Reading what's in front of you.
Paper is right.
okay, that
Sorry,
does
we were
not,
still on the sick bay, too. It was really- see if you
Warms
come
me
back
there.
for it.
And
I
as
just-
we
well, the
talked
three
about-
twenty,
numbers.
yeah, the 326, I definitely was the new money, I got that one right.
As we joke if the bifocals are working.
Well, it tries.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
So that's what I have for you right now.
Okay, so we're down
I
to,
twisted.
oh,
Okay, go ahead.
We
It'll
tie
hurt no
your
matter
arm
what.
down?
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna tie, each of us, we're gonna tie an arm down, and Brenda and I, that's why we're sitting.
Yeah, 3 arms.
So, we're just down to 1, 2, 3, and 11.
Hold on, double check that. Yes, I believe that
Well,
is
you
correct.
presented a
Yes,
2.
I presented a
counter.
2. 1, 2, 3, and 11.
Okay, all right.
Alrighty. Yeah, see, that's what happens when I flip back to get the exact numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 11.
Okay,
And
so we just need to talk about,
We'll
this,
talk about 11.
you'll talk about
the
11
salary and number 2.
and number 2.
And you're gonna come back.
We're gonna talk about 1 and
1 and
3. Now, we have a meeting in half an hour
With the board.
with the board.
They wanted the day's update, and so that was
Yeah,
scheduled
we
at
would-
4.
yeah, we talked.
You and I
Yeah.
talked about that. So what are your thoughts? Do you want to try and come back before then, so we have the most up-to-date?
Do you wanna do,
Okay, how long do you need?
I don't know how long I'm gonna need. How long do you need?
15 minutes?
Okay.
Let's come back then and we'll see where we're at.
Yes,
All right,
See what you guys
Then you
do.
can get more on number 1 and.
Yeah.
absolutely,
If any
absolutely.
possibilities,
Yeah,
then
that's my plan.
That's your plan, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And then last thing I brought up, what, did you guys have a discussion about leadership premiums? Your thoughts?
we don't understand in what realm you want us to talk about it, like keeping them or,
Yeah.
I mean-
Like what, because they're not part of anything anymore, we need to know if it's part of your negotiated agreement, like that you're wanting to keep those?
well.
Was that part of your,
we-
we
we-
can't assume
Yeah.
anything anymore.
Well, they're
so
not
that's
in
what-
the negotiated agreement.
Correct,
and
but
so
remember last year, they were part of our discussion?
Obviously, I don't remember
Oh,
that.
that's okay. We just want to make
we
sure that
would
we're all
like
on
to
the same
keep
page.
them,
Our
is-
discussion was about reinstating them because of the increase that the state had issued. But at that point, we never got into more depth discussion because everything was geared towards that increase in the.
And we put it in the
Yeah.
salary
Right,
schedule
so
and
we
stuff.
never
Okay.
really went back to that. You just had the scaled down version. We never went anywhere.
Right, okay,
And
great.
neither of us
That was
have
what-
brought
Sorry.
into the
Yeah, we just
table.
want to make
Yeah.
sure that we're all on the same page.
On the same
Yep.
page. Nope, on the
We're
same
good.
page, yeah, no